Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons, back with some more freshly picked Tingle's Rosy Rupeeland, and let's just dive right on into this chest, why the fluff not? We have a boss to fight, even though, you would have thought that we don't, bearing in mind that we spent the last episode fighting a load of mini flower heads, but apparently they were all connected to a big thing with multiple colourful flower heads. There they are. Purple, you're late. Fierce tricolor flower. Bana Bana. Do 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 do. Hi Tingle, it's Pinkle. You've found another scary monster. Oh, yucky. That must be what's polluted the life dew. You have to say it like that, it's the law. Remember the battles you've had up to now, and go and get him. That thing. Deku's heir is waiting for you. Well, let's not fuck this up. So, similar verse to the previous thing, you grab stuff and then you get launched, and that's kind of it. You pick up a mushroom, you walk into the sproing, and then color code your mushrooms. Just pick up a mushroom, walk into the thing. Watch out though, because the mushrooms do blow up after a little while, so a couple of things. First of all, don't let the springy thing get you until you're locked and loaded. So, if you put the wrong coloured mushroom in the wrong coloured head, then you'll take damage. If you fly up there without any mushrooms whatsoever, you'll take damage. Don't bad, basically. It's a fairly short, fairly simple boss. No frantic touchscreen tapping required, just grab mush and get flunky with it. You know, get flunky with it. Now, I believe the timer for, the thing that dictates how long it'll be before the mushroom explodes, that timer stops counting once you're inside the spawny fellow. So, grab the last one to spawn, throw it away if you think you're going to run out of time, and I just barely did. Okay, I've got a red. Launch me towards Macho Graux here. Clearly, Bana Bana is just the... I know nothing about the Marx brothers. Karl Marx, Macho Graux, float roaches. None of this and more in the basement of the Deku Temple. Now, side note, even though last episode was my first episode of this series in a while because I took a festive winter break, this is my first recording session since, the previous episode is the first episode back after the winter break, but this is my first time recording. I recorded that before the winter break, this is my first time recording back after the end of winter festivities. So, I won't say I don't know what I'm doing, but I will say that I'm rather frazzled, I'm a bit out of practice. This boss is going flawlessly so far. I'm not even taking a single fucker damage. I know that's tempting fate, but I do have a bodyguard who's willing to assert his dominance. Go away, go away. Ah, damn it. See, I knew it. The moment I acknowledged the fuff. Now, I believe your bodyguard can... Mighty Muscles. If he hadn't punched that, we would have been done slightly quicker. But yeah, the point I'm getting to is, I did well despite lack of practice, and I don't remember how much money we're about to receive here. But look at all of this fufty shenaniguff. Fufty shenaniguff. Go on, Mighty Muscles, you can get the other pieces. Yes. Unlike in the previous boss, first of all, I didn't just scrape through by the skin of my teeth, but also, your bodyguard can help collect money. So, what's the prize? 9,000. I can jive turkey with that, and we get a green dinner tray as well. Just what I wanted to see. No, but really, we're collecting these at this point. So does that mean that the life due has been repaired? Yes, repaired, that's the right word. You did it. That was a tough one. I've never seen a flower like it. Disgusting! Cher Lloyd. But you found another. Oh, super rupee. You know what to do. Head home. I will always stay quiet for the ooh. Just a very good noise. And much as I'd like to screen transition out of here, I do believe we have a bit of business first. Yes, pelvic thrust as you will, but we're not going to get the because we need to repair the life dew so that we can get a bottle of life dew and take it to the Deku Air. Now, I intend to fill up all of my bottles with it because I want to say you can sell it somewhere, but I don't remember where. So bear with me on that front.
The life dew. It has been purified.
No, it's been repaired. That's how water works.
Fill an empty jar and pour it on my air as fast as you can. We're waiting.
He's dying. We've repaired the wetness, so I'm going to keep the bottle of dirty water just because I can. It's a collector's item. But in the meantime, let's just grab moisture. And very, very brief moisture grabbing montage. Now, you might have noticed that it looks like I warped out of the dungeon by leaving that room. That's because of a little thing called editing. You there.
Help me.
You sound like Murphle from the Wario Shake.
Find life dew, please.
All right, I'm on it. I've got your life dew right here. And no, I'm not going to be a dick and throw dirty water at him. You there, get wet. Thwomp. Bit of an extreme reaction, but sure, why not, you funky little onion man?
I've recovered. I feel great. I must protect the forest.
Ah, that is a relief. I am very grateful to you. Now, the time has arrived. Thank you. Oh no, this won't do. I almost forgot. Don't look so sad. I will reward you properly.
So as if the reward we got from beating Bana Bana wasn't enough, we can also, on top of that, request a direct reward from the Deku Tree for healing his heir. And I believe... Right, we got 9,000 from that boss, and I seem to recall grabbing a total of 15,000 altogether, and 15,000 minus 9,000 is 6,000. I'm hoping I'm mathsing correctly, because otherwise we're about to be spat upon by a big old tree man. 6,000 rupees it is. And that'll bring us up to nearly 26,000 rupees. We are doing well for ourselves.
So, once again, I will wither. Farewell.
Well, I will, because you clearly won't. So funny thing with the Deku Tree changing colour here. In Ocarina of Time, certainly in the N64 version, when this happens to the Great Deku Tree in that game, because spoilers, he dies right at the start of the game, the way his texture changes makes it look like his bark is crawling up his body, which is weird to say the least. Also, damn, his leaves are so sickly they just disintegrate on hitting the ground. Well, that's just lovely. Oh, but you've perked up rather nicely.
I must protect the forest and the shake dimension, but how?
A fine question. Now, one thing that I did discover over the festive break is that I'd completely forgotten there is actually a second thing to get in the Lost Woods. So we got the 5,000 rupees from before. We got the way through. We also need to go... I want to say it's... I do like to say them as words. Right, up, right, and then... Oh, we've not been booted out yet, so clearly we're going the right way. And then... Dr. Duld, so D-R-D-L-D. So there's a lot of down here. So D, L, D, and then Lulu. So left up. Fun enough, I have been playing WarioWare Gold lately, and it's such a good game. It's such a good game. It is. Go and play it. It's good. There's a character in it called Lulu. The whole thing is a massive poop joke. It's surprising. Anyway, yes, empty jar. Did I already spoil that? Anyway, I guess I could head back to town. I kind of want to see if any of the melons have respawned, to be honest, because I feel like on one hand, I feel like we have plenty. At the same time, I kind of want to get a load of them, and of course we could go and play that minigame that I noped out of, but I'd rather not. Am I going the right way? I don't think I am. I think that's the way to the cherry place. You know, she's my cherry pie. Cool drink of water, something about fleas. I don't remember. That's a good song, and I don't remember. I learned of it because of Guitar Hero. Anyway, I feel like I've gone past where all the melons are. Well, whatever. Since we're down here, I'll just walk over your face if that's okay. Has this friend done anything yet? Sadly not. Also, could we use Mighty Muscles to get into a fight with a load of sheep? Wouldn't be the best idea, I suppose, but I want to check in with, Junglo, because I don't remember. I know there's a side thing that happens here soon, and I don't remember what the trigger for it is. I want to say that it's beating the Deku Temple. I guess not. Oh.
Hello again, good to see you. Aber this fellow helped me out of a tight spot.
Hi, Tingle!
You two know each other already? Aba's my daughter, so she's a tough little lady, full of fight.
Well, if she's your daughter, why doesn't she speak French? And totally that's got nothing to do with when we first met and this series as a whole. My father used to be very strong. I've got hero's blood flowing through my veins too. If you say so. Okay, so I can't tell you anything. And you have, that is, I want to say that's sleep spray, like as a recipe, which I think I discussed before. That'll tell us what to do with the plant things, and that's probably clues to do with the 5,000 rupees and the thing. The empty jar that we got. I can't think. I'm currently shirtless and it's warm in my room, so don't blame me for not being able to think. Once we have too much money to spare, we might come back and deal with those, but apparently this isn't... Now is not the time that I thought this was, so... I guess we'll just head back to town, because we do definitely have business in the town. I do like pretending to pop the balloon with my stylus. Now, since we're here, a couple of things. First of all, since we're here, shall we have a look at the rupee good that we got? Rupee good singular. We're going to go back with a medium-sized bodyguard later, but for now, rupee tree seems appropriate for the time of year that this is immediately following. And also, we met the journalist while we were in the forest, and also I don't know if we've used our giant cooking pot yet, so now would be a good time to combine the two. And once again, like, the last time I did this, it was just specifically to demonstrate that you can cook without knowing the recipe, but now I'm just doing it just to deliberately spite the woman who works at the cafe, because we're going to be making multiple different flavors of juice over the course of the game, and so I would like to showcase that you could take 3 oranges, and 3 tomatoes this time. I forget what the proportion was from before, because I've moved on with my life, and also 2 melons, combine all of these in one single... really fancy looking pot, by the way. It's a lovely pot. And you can see the mixture is beginning to turn a pleasant sort of blue, so you know that this is a good mixture. And we've made sweet juice, so we're going to need to take that back to the forest when next we go there. And for that matter, since we're here, we could probably acid flavors to help draw out the sweetness, if you say so. So we're going to head back to the forest soonish. We do have business there, but we have business in town first and foremost. So, I still can't walk into the water here. This looks like I'm walking on nothing, like that one point in Touch Detective 2.5, where you can glitch outside the boundaries in Chapter 4, I want to say it is? Right, first of all, do I have anything of value You buy life due? Why do you buy life due? I mean, sure, you're the guy. I did not realize you would be... Maybe everyone buys it for a different price. That would be a weird thing for this game to do if that was what it did. So I'm just gonna... It's free money. If you're willing to go back and forth between here and the Great Deku Tree... Because I believe the life due is just infinite, so... Sure. Them's good sellings. And since we're here, since we have a Revade, what do you have to say? A special empty jar. Sure.
This is a special empty jar. I'm afraid this is a bit more pricey than usual. How much will you give me for it, sir?
And he doesn't even give us a clue to go on, so I'll do it for you. $7.54. Bit on the expensive side, but hey, we're rolling in dough like Beef Wellington from Hollering, and I'm shitting on you like I'm Whackflow's intolerant. So give me your bottle, my sir.
That sounds like a reasonable price. When I said special, what I meant was that it was my very last jar.
Ow, my entire esophagus. And inside the jar is that. Okay, I'll bite. What the fuck is that? I genuinely do not remember this. It's just that. Also, we have glowing spores. I forgot about those. So we have a bit of a selling spree here. I know we have story business to attend to, but first of all, can I sell you anything? We can tell you that this is the dazzling brooch that we got from the Oinkers. So, wow. Did you find this in the Deku Forest? I lost it in the forest. I thought I would never see it again. It's so beautiful. Thank you for finding it for me. Anyway, the other fawns wanted me to give you this. Now, is there anything else you want to buy apart from ingredients that you will literally pay nowhere near enough for, okay? Can we talk? We can buy the... Okay, sure, fine. So that I can batch make it in the future, I'll give you 650 rupees to give me the recipe that I've already worked out. Thank you, please, very much, please. Thank you, good. My sweet juice smells great. Do you want another recipe? Mix 3 mini oranges, 3 crisp tomatoes, and 2 sour watermelons. Try it yourself. You won't regret it. I love doing her voice. Also, hey, I mean, it's a recipe. It's good for the collections. Why didn't I buy the thing from... Hang on a minute. This seems like a really bad idea, but I feel like we could do this now. I'm going to hold off on that because I want to run some checks between this and that. Like, in the next episode, if I can get away with it, I want to throw a shit ton of rubies into the fountain to see what happens. Anyway, we dug up some amethysts out by the Deku Orb, or the Deck Orb, if you will. So, that's good. Moving swiftly on. Hey, Aba's returned. Really? One too many lights carved into the hilt? We know what she's referring to because we paid for some gossip earlier on in the series. You really know your stuff, don't you? Of course. I've been crazy about weapons for years. My wife was a weapon. Before you were born, I was selling swords, shields, and... swords, shields, and other commas. They are important. Used to make them myself, too. Wow, really? Well, I have to go home now. My dad looked worried about something. Got to cheer him up. See you again. That seems like a bit of advice for us. Hey, still battling away. So Junglo apparently looks worried about something. We'll need to bear that in mind for later. Were you able to make meat soup? I haven't tried yet. Can I sell you anything of value here? I can sell you the gelatine and various other things, but nothing that would make me a nice profit. Ocean soup. That costs 3,000 to actually get, and we can't even make it now anyway, so we've been over that. You there. You got nothing to say, but we could at least sell you the low-budget mace that we found. And that is 400. I remember it being like a video aspect ratio number, and 480 is one of those numbers. Like 480 by 360 is 16 by 9 scaled to 480p, I think? I don't remember the terminology. Chico's mother, how are you doing? What can we sell you? Paralysis lilies, not worth it. Glowing spores, yeah, we're not going to need those for anything. And look at the prettiest of pennies that they sell for. Right. Twisted tusks and explosive claws we need. Misty toadstools, well, they don't sell for much, so clearly they're not worth selling. That's for a recipe. Yeah, you're not going to be much use to us. Since we're here, old map lady, have a look at my map of the Deku Forest. Like, there's an entire quadrant, 6 quadrant of the forest that people just aren't crazy about. Apparently there's just nothing down there. Like, you would have thought that's where they'd put the Lost Woods area, because, you know, it's a big uncharted section of map, but no, it's just a 5 square area, if you will. Tales of 5 Squarea. Vesperia is a good game. Symphonia is a good game. Those are the only 2 Tales games that I'm familiar with. So, the Woodfighter gave us 1 rupee and 320 for putting it on a map. That's gratitude for you. Well, I mean, it is. We've been financially reimbursed. Well, we weren't we had to pay to go there, so I guess it's kind of reimbursement. Look at the profit we made, by the way. Like, literally half of the money we have right now just came from beating the boss in this episode. But I don't get the other half is off our own hard work, so fuck it. And for that matter, second Junglo Bell, 280 rupees, so good prices for all of them. And for the map as a whole, which we're never going to need again, if you know your way around well enough, how much are you going to pay? 2,000. We are doing very nicely for ourselves. I don't even want to see how much you're charging for that, because I don't care. Tinkle Burp, how much are you going to give me today? 25. That is respectable. I will take it. So, Jigger. Is it Mrs. I can't remember your voice anymore.
I've had enough of sturdy expeditions. I'm going to study quietly.
Good for you. And Dave.
Hey, big bro's gone off again. I got this feeling he's gone to Lon Lon Meadow.
Okay. Well, we have 2 destinations for the next episode then. Yeah, because we need to go back to the forest to give our sweet, sweet juices to Mr. Man Guy. I want to do something stupid with this fountain. You know what, we might as well read his journal since we're here. We know he's out there. There's a half-written diary.
I wonder if Junglo, the legendary hero of the jungle, really exists. I had to find out if the rumors were true, so I set off for Deku Forest.
And that's where we'll find him. So, in the next episode, we'll go and catch up with the journalist, we'll throw some juice at him, we'll catch up with Junglo, because he has issues apparently, and then head to Lon Meadow, I guess, because we do have a bit of filler between now and when we can, like, we could open the next area right away, but we've got hella time, so might as well. So I have been, and will continue to be, Tessellating Hexagons, and in the next episode, that, and if I cook stuff between episodes, if I save the game, you just leave that to me. See you in the next episode for more fun times.